Seems to me that the blockchain and cryptocurrency are revolutionizing primarily two areas of the economy, DeFi and gaming/NFTs. But my guess is over time, the tech innovations of blockchain are going to revolutionize much of everything. So why aren't property titles on the blockchain? Think about it. Why isn't car ownership on the blockchain? It could be, it should be. What about even your expensive TV? Why can't ownership of everything be tracked, as well as also having some privacy? But you could prove that you own it. And if it was stolen, they won't be able to prove that they own it. Therefore, it would disincentivizing theft. Well, probably things will go this way. But for now, let's talk about what is likely to change completely over the coming years. To me, it seems like the area of gaming and collectibles is already starting to feel the earthquake disruption of the blockchain. Imagine if your World of Warcraft character and items were sellable for Ethereum. Why can't they be? Well, likely the existing major titles will be slow to this new innovation because they won't want to have to create a place where items can be bought and sold because they like the idea of trapped value. And trapped value is you put all this money and time into it, and so if you stop playing the game, that value is trapped. So that these expansions towards a different type of system will likely be led by new companies such as Sky Mavis of Axie Infinity. Games such as Ember Sword may become the big title AAA games of the future as they pioneer the play-to-earn model that I think is going to revolutionize the world of gaming. Also, why do just the pros make money from playing games? With play-to-earn, actually, anybody can make money playing games, but why does play-to-earn do so well? Well, let me explain. It's actually an economics principle, and I love economics. So that you don't go to sleep during economics, I tend not to because I love it, but many people do. It just comes down to the time, the value of people's times. So when I played a game many years ago called EVE Online, I had a friend that also played that game with me, and he earned $750,000 a year in his 2 day jobs combined. So when he played the game, he had a limited amount of time to play. And so needless to say, the value of his time was very expensive. And when he wanted to play, he didn't want to spend lots of time grinding. So he would have loved to be able to buy some things that others had grinded to get in order to make his playtime more effective for what he really wanted to do. Well, isn't that what's happening with play to earn? Well, see, in Axie Infinity, people are grinding or playing the game in order to earn smooth love potions. They're then selling those smooth love potions to other people who don't want to have to grind in order to earn them, but yet they still want to use those in order to breed their Axie Infinities for new Axies. And so they're just buying those off the market rather than grinding to earn them, which creates value for those that are doing the grinding. And maybe to them it's not grinding at all. Maybe they enjoy playing the game. And then those that are then saving tons of time by being able to just buy it. Well, this is the future of gaming. Well, this future of gaming is going to go the best to those game developers that create a great game with earnable NFT items such as the Smooth Love Potion, but it could be anything, shields, swords, anything that can be traded. The game maker then can make huge amounts of revenues off the transactions of those items. And this is actually the model that Ember Sword is going for, and the model that Axie Infinity is already crushing it with. Now, with the revolution coming within gaming is also a revolution within art, music, and collectibles because of provable authenticity allowed due to NFTs. Now, there is a music artist, and I don't know her name, that just released a single where she sold all of those songs, I believe, for 0.01 ETH. And I don't have the quote in front of me, so hopefully I'm quoting it accurately. But she said she actually made more money on that than she has had from the last 5 million downloads from Spotify. So you see where this is going. And we're still in the early days. Some of the projects I've been covering are deeply tied to these revolutions that are coming. Spores Network, about to launch on CardStarter, which if you aren't whitelisted, where you have a lot of cards tokens, your option to buy it will likely come on Uniswap after the launch. Do tread carefully though, because if it runs up 200x, this isn't financial advice, everyone can make their own decisions, but I don't want to buy at 200x. I usually then wait for the retrace. Now, if it comes out, market's a little bit slow right now for everything but Axie Infinity. So if it comes out and only does like 4x because the market is slower, then my personal opinion is it's a fantastic buy at that price. Now, I do still want to have an interview with the team so that I can share with you what they're doing. And, but I do want to put in your minds, if you think of them like OpenSea and VV having a baby that is going to work on any of the blockchains out there down the road and be a marketplace of NFTs on every chain, as well as having some of the top licenses and NFTs launched on their platform, that would probably be the way to think about Spores Network. Solid team. Love to have them on soon. I still don't have internet at the office. It might be this next week, maybe after. We'll see. I'm actually depending on 3 other people's timelines coinciding to make that happen. Funny enough, it's a mess. We'll see if we'll get that sorted out. So I can't do any video interviews till I have that done. But another big NFT project coming soon is Envoy. Now, Envoy has some really tight non-disclosure, so the info on it is super hard to get. But my sources that have heard firsthand this info say if they could share it with me and us, what they do know about it, our minds would be blown away. Now, these sources are not easily impressed, so I trust what they're saying. Another project that I covered that I actually did a terrible job on because I had a massive headache that day, but the project is pioneering NFTs for high-end music and art, as well as movie rights, and that is DEIP, D-E-I-P. Catch my video on that if you haven't already. Now, of these 3 projects, you can't buy any of them yet. Spores Network, though, coming soon. Envoy and DEIP a little bit later, but these are some of the big winners of the future, in my opinion, as this space is pioneered, and those pioneers are richly rewarded, and those who are investing in those, my guess is, richly rewarded also. Also, if you know of some incredible game projects coming through crypto, I'd love to hear it in the comments below. I'd love to hear in the comments as well if you like VV or TVK better, or if there's another NFT project currently available that's your favorite. Would also love to hear your thoughts on Spores as they're about to launch and perhaps be the first mainstream platform for NFTs to launch on Cardano in the coming months once smart contracts are live on Cardano. And so it'll be a few months lag time once those are live for them to get everything connected. But really looking forward to that myself. Love to hear what your thoughts are on that. If you haven't already, subscribe if what you're looking for is somebody who thinks like an investor. Now, I know I cover games, I cover NFTs. Why? Because for me, it's all about return on investment. Plus, for me, games and NFTs are fun. So when it's fun, because I like collecting things that go up in value, boy, crypto, early like technology stuff just has a much higher chance of going up in value, especially with the right licenses. So for me, this is like crack cocaine. NFTs and gaming, because the returns can be so good. Like in the video, I discussed Axie Infinity, and many of my gains on that were 400x. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm so passionate about NFT and gaming and about this space, because we're still early. I mean, those are the returns now on Axie Infinity. My guess is they're having a big run now. They're usually followed by a pullback. Who knows where Axie will be 10 years from now? I don't know. I am not putting money into Axie, though. I'm trying to see down the road what is the next thing that could be like Axie Infinity. What's super cheap now that has a great vision that can become. So that's what I'm looking for, and that's how I look at things. So Axie Infinity for me is a sell now. Not that any disrespect to the game or the makers, they changed the world. But I like to invest in the early days and wait till that vision comes to life and when there's a lot of activity. So I like to buy when it's boring, sell when it's hot. And Axie Infinity is hot right now. So for me, it's a sell, even though I believe in what they're doing. Personally, I play other games like Ember Sword. I'm big on that game, and hopefully it comes together well. We will see. You never do know. That's why it's called investing. If it were a sure bet, everyone would do it. Thanks, guys, for joining us. Do keep in mind, none of this is financial advice. I'm just a crypto investor myself, sharing with you the decisions I'm making, why I'm making them. As to what you do, that's really up to you. If you're interested, though, in making money in crypto, you'll want to stick around for the 5-year game plan. That's this bull run, the bear market that surely will follow. Stick around during that time. That is when the very best buys are, and it gets boring during that time. So I will try to think of fun ways to try to keep it as fun as possible, because if you think the last 2.5 months have been boring, and they have been, it gets much worse during the bear market. It can get really dull. But if you'll stick around then and make some smart strategic buys on projects that are very undervalued, likely that it will create life-changing wealth for you in the bull run that follows. So I think we're halfway through this bull run. I do think if you're here now, you're here at a good time, especially as prices got real cheap after this big pullback. Because my guess is we have a parabolic run later this year or early next, and that it will be massive. So you're in the right place, right time, my opinion. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time. Manuel is going to take it away with this outro. If you know a great musician that wants to record another song for him, I'll even pay him $100 in ETH or whatever currency. Do a good one for us so that we can have an updated song. Would love it. Thanks.
Success is falling.